Good morning, grade 5. I hope that everybody is doing well and you're ready for today's lesson. So let's get started. So let's look at the water cycle. I'm sure that all of you are very familiar with this or you have learned it already in some subjects. So as the water cycle goes, usually the water gets evaporated from the sun, then it goes through condensation, so it collects in the clouds, and then when it rains we get precipitation and it goes back into the streams or water or the ocean and it collects there, and then the process starts all over again. So that water cycle keeps continuing over and over again, right? So I would like everybody to please open up the English textbooks on page 70, right? So here we have a reading piece. It says on top of the page, before you read, skim the paragraphs to find the main idea in each one. Then number 2, write a heading for each paragraph. So if we were in class, we would have done that. But firstly, I want you to look in your textbooks in front of you, skim through that reading piece. We know skimming means to read quickly through the paragraph, not reading the whole text at once, but just quickly reading through it and trying to get an idea of what you think it's about. So have a look at it quickly, look at a few words that's in the paragraphs and see if you can figure out what the reading piece or the main idea of this piece would be. Okay, so I'm going to read it now and you can follow with me in your textbooks. Okay, so I will read it, the text now, and you can follow with me in your textbooks. Water that people and animals need to stay alive must be clean. However, a lot of the water that we use is polluted, which is why urban areas have water purification plants. Many rural and informal settlements do not have the sanitation systems. They use rivers and dams as their source of water. If you were to follow the path of a river, the causes of water pollution soon become clear. Along the river, you might find settlements that use the river for washing clothes and factories that use rivers as chemical waste disposal sites. Eventually, rivers flow into the sea. The seas are at the heart of our water cycle. Right, so it tells us a bit about how water travels and what can be seen in the water and how the water can be polluted by people or the factories that people use, right? So at the bottom of the page, there's a word list. So it gives us a definition of the word purification, which means making something clean by removing dirty substances, right? So when we do this with water, we are basically trying to clean the water and remove any dirt that's in the water, right? Or if the water is contaminated. Okay, the second word is sanitation. This is a system to supply clean water and to collect and get rid of sewage and waste. Okay, and then at the bottom of the page you have your after read questions which you need to complete as well for homework. Okay, and like I just said, for homework, you need to write your heading, the date and page number, then draw a line. You will need to complete the after you read questions. Question number 3, A to D on page 70. And this must be done in your English workbook. So that's all for homework. Enjoy and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.